morning, good evening, everyone. Welcome to Nuki. This is episode 10 of Nuki Podcast. We are so thankful and blessed for all the people that have been staying connected to our official website, all the platform that we have subscribed on. And today we have Uncle Chi in the building, as always. And we have our brother Emmanuel's here with us.
Evangelist.
Oh, thank you, Evangelist Emmanuel. What a matching. And I'm Spani. Evangelist, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. Thanks for inviting me here. It's you guys are doing a great job talking about topics that needs to be spoken and that people needs to hear. So I want to congratulate Nuki for doing this and bringing this to our community. So thanks.
Yeah, that's interesting that you say that.
I'm ready. I feel like I'm feeling the energy that there's gonna be something really great
That's
that come out of this
interesting that you say
today.
that we are, or at least trying to talk about things that need to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
Like personally, what are other things? What are some things in our community that that you feel personally that we should,
Address.
put lights on?
Well, there's a lot of things that we need to address or talk about, especially we are young.
Yes.
People living in the 21st century. So there's a lot we need to talk about because we are really forgetting ourselves, We're really forgetting ourselves and trying to imitate or trying to learn others instead of learning ourselves. Instead of learning me, myself, who am I, what can I do? I want to be like him. I want to be like this person. Then in the midst of learning that, we forget ourselves. And that's, we need to talk about a lot of things. Education, to talk about marriage, you need to talk about parenthood, and you have already made episodes about that in the past. You need to talk about family, how to raise children as in this century, which you have already talked about. There's a lot. We need to talk about our countries. We are here, foreigners. We have our countries back home, and we need to talk about it. How can we support our countries? How can we invest back home? So there's a ton of things that we need to talk about in order to still stay abreast and stay focused as ourselves.
That's interesting.
Very.
That's very interesting. But you know what caught me is we're foreigners here. Do you think it's mandatory for us, all of us, to go back?
Well, we are foreigners here. I'm a Christian. We are foreigners in the world. We are foreigners in the world. And all of us, we are going back home.
True.
We are going somewhere. Hell, it's either hell or let me go close to the mic.
Yes, please.
I'm not used to this. Well, it is either hell or heaven. We are foreigners here. We have a place where we come from. And that's what we need to look for. We can invest here where we are. We can live here. But you have to keep in mind, we are coming from somewhere. And that is why some of our brothers right now are struggling with DNAs. I want to find my DNA. I want to find my roots. I want to find where I come from. Because in the midst of the journey, they lost where they came from. So we have to keep in our minds where we come from. It's really important.
Oh, Spani, go ahead.
Now, these are very important topic, and I think the topic that we talk about it are really important. Especially those of us who are living here. Like, I understand when you say, as Christian, we are foreigner on this earth, but let me talk more about as immigrant, less. Because we come from another place and now we find ourselves here in this country. How important it is for us as immigrants to keep our culture and, to be able to be here, also invest and build our country back home.
Brother Spani, we are foreigners here.
Yeah.
You'll forgive me because I'll try to be referencing back to the Bible because I'm a Christian, but I won't go deep in that. But we are foreigners here. And do you know what foreigner means?
A stranger. That's the
Foreigner
simplest.
means someone who has left his place or his home to migrate somewhere else and try to establish that place to be their land.
Mm-hmm.
Because if we were from here, we couldn't be called foreigners.
Mm.
If we were from here, we couldn't be called foreigners. Even look at our IDs in America. You're an American, but it says your origin.
Yeah.
Congolese, Rwandese, because you are not from here.
Yes.
So we have to think of home.
Mm-hmm.
Because our parents are there,
Yeah.
our siblings are there, our home is there.
Mm-hmm.
So we have to think, how can we participate in the ongoing development, in the ongoing progress of our country? Because if our countries were developed, we couldn't be here.
100%.
If we had security, peace, if you had a good education, good healthcare, we couldn't be here.
Yeah.
So then, but if we are all running, then nothing is going there. If America maybe ran away from this country, they couldn't develop this country. So we have to think on the generations that are coming, because we are not from this place. We have to work hard for our own development. And we have to think, especially as young people here in America, we really need to think of our home.
Yes, we do.
Me, I've come with questions.
Okay.
You say something interesting that we are running, from home, of course. Is it more like running, or we are forced to leave
I
our?
didn't say that we are running from home. I didn't say that. I don't know if I say that. I don't think so. But I said that for instance, someone that leaves his home to establish a new home, and when you leave, there's some reasons. You just don't leave.
Right. Okay.
There's
Good.
like
Okay.
poverty. There is like insecurity. There's like war.
Okay.
There's like family stuff. There's sorcery. So you leave.
You
There's
believe
some
in those
reason.
things?
Yeah.
You believe in that thing?
I don't believe in sorcery. I don't believe in witchcraft, but it is there. I don't believe in it, but it's there.
Okay.
Oh, you believe it exists?
Yeah, it exists, but it
and
cannot affect me.
so why? Okay, you also say something else. So why should it be important for us Christian to worry about where we reside when we know we're going to have our actual home is not here? Why should we care about going home and develop our country? Why should we not just settle here and whatever comes with this country and go with it? Because if you look at the history, all of us, we come from one person, and he wasn't. I'm Burundian, of course. I know my father, grandfather, great grandfather. I know they're Burundian, but if you go way, way back, you realize they were not Burundian.
Mm-hmm.
So as a Christian, why should people care? Like, okay, let's go back home.
I think you need to care because of one thing: your identity.
Mm.
If you forget yourself, you forget your identity.
Can
Like for us Christians, I identify myself as a Christian because that's my identity. I know that I'm going. When
I was about to say that. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, when I die, I'm going. I
To
want to
meet the
prepare
Father.
myself to go to the Father in heaven. That is how I identify myself, and that's what
Right.
we call identity. How you identify yourself. So us as young people, we need to care about where we come from, because that is our identity. That is who we are. That is who we are. Like right now, I can say, this guy is from Congo, by just looking at him, maybe the way he dresses. He's from. This guy is from Nigeria. Maybe the way he talks.
Mhm.
This guy is from, even here in America itself. He has an Texas
An
accent.
accent.
He has a Pennsylvania accent, because that is who you identify yourself. The problem we're having right now, we want to copy others.
Mm.
And when we copy others, in the midst of that, we are not here, we're not there, we are lost. That is why we need to think about where we came from, because that is who we are. I don't know if it makes
It
sense.
makes
No,
sense.
it
And I
make a
have
lot
a
of
question.
sense.
I don't know if Spani has something to say.
No,
But I
I
just have questions.
I don't know if this is an interview.
No.
We are getting into
you won't,
it.
you won't,
we are
you
getting
won't, you
into
won't
it.
be here for, we always here. So
Yeah,
we
we
have
are
to-
getting into it.
we have to get all we can't get out of you.
Yeah.
Love watching New Kids.
You know, me, I think this, what Evangelist Emmanuel said is really important. You know, no, it's really important because this all tied back to the topic we started, the preserving cultural preservation. Because, you know, because there's some of African that if you see, you look at them, they completely change, try to be American and all these things. And like you said, they are lost. They don't know where they stand. Like, okay, you deny your culture, where you came from, and all this, and when you try to try to fit in within these people, and you have a thicker accent, but and them they look at you now, bro. You're African, and now
That's what they call us. Like, you are African, and then they're Black American.
yes,
But we are all the same.
Yeah.
But you are, and I was in California a couple of last year, and when I was trying to identify myself, I'm a Black American. I'm black.
Mm-hmm.
Then one was like, "No, you're an African." I'm like, "Dude."
Mm-hmm.
But you know why? Because they're trying to distinguish us, and
Mm-hmm.
because they're still looking for their identity. They're still looking for where they come from,
Mm-hmm.
which is, and that's what us as foreigners we are trying not to do.
Mm-hmm.
We're trying to imitate them. We're trying to be like them. You know what I'm saying? You want to speak like them. Yeah, we try to
You
speak
dress
them.
like them.
That is why I say this to myself when I came to America 4 years ago. I will not have an American accent.
Mm-hmm.
I struggled with that a lot at work. People could not hear me.
Mm.
Emmanuel speak. I'm like, I'm speaking. You do your best to hear me. And I was really struggling with that. It was really hurting because I'm like, I want to preserve myself.
Mhm.
I want to keep authentic. If I speak broken English, I just want to be me.
Yes.
But I don't know. But can't you? I mean, of course we speak many language, and we don't, and we didn't come here and adapt right away, and we will never adapt 100%. But would like if you say, okay, let me, like, of course you're still speaking your language. There's nothing wrong with that. But can't you pick certain things from, those people we're not supposed to imitate?
Yes, you can always learn.
And can you also like, okay, I have an accent, let me work on it, and so people can understand me. And that does not mean like you're going to abandon how you speak or how you feel or who you are or the languages you
What is
speak.
the point of being understood?
And what is the point of speaking English?
Being understood is not speaking twang.
So
as long as you are clear,
okay.
audible enough, and
Your message is getting across.
You're going across. That's the important.
So you're saying those people that speak the way you just
I don't
showed.
speak like, you know what I'm saying.
So you're saying you cannot understand them, or it's just you don't.
Well, I can understand them, but there are some people who want to fake it.
Mm.
If that's who you are, like kids who are born here, like
Yeah.
our kids who are born here, they'll speak like them because that's in the culture they're born. Like me, no. Me, I'm born speaking French, Swahili, and all those languages. I don't wanna force myself to learn something
That you are never
fits you or that
comfortable
Oh,
with.
okay.
You
So you don't wanna like let me speak like this so I can please you.
Yeah.
Okay,
wanna
no,
be myself.
in that way, I understand. It's very understandable. Yeah. It's funny. Go ahead.
No, this is really good. I think we are setting the ground and we are getting somewhere. Now I think we are start going more deeper into this topic that I think we all wanted to talk about it. The age, okay, the age. The reason why I mentioned the age, and we did talk about it previously, but we didn't go deeper into that. And I would love for us to discuss this topic of age. Okay, so with age, a lot of us, a lot of people are immigrant in general, in the African community in general. We have this problem of age where we struggle with it. You will see someone's old, but the age is really is really young.
Yeah.
Okay, and we don't know who's older, who's younger. We don't know. We can't distinguish anymore because everyone try to claim that they don't want to claim the age.
So before we all came here, especially as refugees,
Yes.
they tell you many things.
Mm-hmm.
about this country.
Yeah.
They tell you about retirement, the age of retirement, the age you can start school, the age that you cannot go to school. They think, like they put a limit, like, okay, if you're this age, you're too old, you can't go to school, which is not true. You can go to school. Even I had a class with a 70-year-old, So I feel like those things. Also, one thing I noticed, we refugees, like I said, like I mentioned before, we were 10 kids in my family. My parents went, I don't know how many wars they went through,
Yeah.
And through in that process, they lost a lot of documents. Now, I'm not trying to justify changing your age on purpose, but they never changed my age, of course.
Yeah.
But one,
Sure.
yes, I'm sure. And I'm not gonna say my age here.
It's okay, I can say it. No, I think we have to, though. We have to.
No.
If we're going to talk about age, people have to be able to identify our
no.
ages.
Yeah. So, no, I agree. We shouldn't be changing our age for the sake of whatever. So, some parents, you know what they would do? Like, oh, I want to get as soon as I arrive, I don't want to work many years, so I can retire early. So let me increase my age. And some people like, oh, I don't want to go to school. I just want to work. Let me increase my age. I want to go to school. I'm too old, so let me decrease my age. And so and then going back to parents going through whatever they go through, war and stuff. At the immigration, they ask you your kid's age, and if you ever notice, you be included. The parents couldn't keep up, especially the dates. The
So
month
you are born during the season of, when there was maize.
If you look, majority of refugees families, they were all born January 1st.
Yeah, like my dad was born in January. I don't know. He has like different birthdays. Like, come on.
Yeah, so I feel like those. I don't know if I'm making sense why people change their age.
No, you are making you're making sense with what you said, but my thing is there is a problem.
I agree.
There is a problem.
Yeah.
Okay, is a problem with that. Okay, because Uncle Chi, yes, you mentioned all those factors. Okay, but if you see among us within our community, those things are affecting us. The reason why, because some people are reducing their age, and you see physically they're already old. They can no longer keep up with the work demand that it's required for them.
I do agree with you, Spani. Also, even scientifically, there are things that you have to do in a certain age. There are things that you have to learn in a certain age. And when you reduce your age for that favor, then you are missing something that you're supposed to learn at that age.
Right.
Or when you add age to get a favor, then you are ahead of what you should have. Even your brain function according to your age. You develop according to your age. So I do agree that it is totally wrong for us Africans, and for those who did that, and for those who changed their age to come to America, to Europe. That's completely wrong. First of all, you are sinning to God because you are lying, and that's a lifetime.
Evangelist, tell them.
Well, I need to make a correction. I'm not an evangelist.
We call you an evangelist. You call me Pastor Spani here.
But that's like you are lying for the rest of your life. Then you'll go and preach. You'll go and be a Christian. You'll sing. My friend, why are you gonna confess that sin?
But by changing your documents, which they won't change.
When you change your documents, like in America, they're gonna go back your files and they can even deport you because you lied to the immigration.
Yeah.
So what's the point for doing that?
See, you're scaring them right now.
I'm not saying I'm just telling the truth. Like, what is the benefit of lying about your age for the sake of going to America? It's like lying to a girl for the sake of marrying them. Then when you marry them, it's fire in the house. What's the point?
No, you,
Yeah,
you,
no,
you,
I agree.
you-
I agree.
I agree.
For the first time, 100%, I agree with you.
So you don't. So you never.
Not
agree
me
with
and you, 100% when Jesus comes.
No, Uncle Chi, this is really serious, because
No, yeah.
there is a lot of people in our community. I can say personally, some I don't know whether I'm their older brother or they're my older brother because of this situation. Because people don't want to be true to themselves. Okay, like I understand if your parents change your age or however, so that you can come here and attend school and all these things. Like, okay, they have.
That's the parents' sin. That's your parents' sin.
I don't think so. I think
I
the
mean-
parent had to do what they have to do to be able to get us here. Now it is up to us to carry and to take over and moving forward. So if, for example, your parents changed your age back then and you feel like the age that you have is not corresponding with who you are today, hey, maybe you need to abandon that and claim your true age and stop being that person and move forward.
Spanny, I know someone here in Denver. I won't mention his name. He's really old.
Is he?
He's
we
really,
know it's he.
He's really old.
You know, he's a
He's
guy.
old.
Uh-huh.
I might even maybe say 67 or something.
Wow.
But he's still working in companies day and night because of his age. Because he can't get retirement. Because the age that he has legally
He's not there yet.
is not, and he's old. He's completely beaten. But because he did a mistake, he has to face the consequences.
Yes.
It's because he wanted to come here young, so he came here young. But look now
No,
what he's
true.
doing.
True. I agree. I agree.
I agree. So I think for the sake of the show, Uncle Chi, how old are you?
I'm 28.
Okay. Evangelist.
I'm 27.
Oh, come on. Why you guys are doing me like that? Come on. I don't.
I'm 28.
Jesus.
So
I'm still young. Maybe I'm the youngest here, and I'm happy being.
wait. Am I 28? Oh yeah, I just turned 28.
When did you turn 28?
February 17th.
Is that your true age or you are
so
now?
you know his birthday. So February 17th, 28 minus 28, that's 1992, right?
93.
93. My maths are
Jesus.
very bad.
It's okay.
93? No, you are lying.
Yeah, I was born 1993.
So there's a lot of you little kids here around you. So
Spanny, how old are you?
how old am I, brother? Oh man. I am today's the 3rd. I am 6 days away of being 30.
Happy
No.
birthday, brother.
Thank
In
you.
advance, happy birthday.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, same month as my wife.
Yes.
When? May
May 9th.
9th. My fiance is, my future wife is May 18th.
I like that.
May 18th. So, May.
That's good. At least we, like, first of all, how do you feel? How do you feel, 27 and you're about to get married? Like, how do you feel about that?
Well, guys, I'm learning a lot from you guys, especially Theo. And
Nah.
about being a good husband and caring sometimes, although, we fight on thoughts, but
That's how it's supposed to be.
What do you guys
That's how it's
disagree
supposed to be.
about the
How
most?
many things?
That's
This
a
guy.
lot of things,
But he teach me a lot of. When he disagree, he teach you, and sometimes I take it. Sometimes I'm like,
You
nah, that's
don't.
it, man. That's fine.
but we're all good friends. So I'm feeling good. It's been, a couple of weeks stressful, but God is good. It's coming to an end soon.
That's good. That's good. That's good.
I wanna be like
It's
you
it's,
guys.
it's gonna be worth it.
It's gonna be worth it. The
Thanks.
moment you cross the finishing line, you know that everything's gonna be good.
And we know not to call you until a year.
Really? Well, because I'll be with my wife. That's a long here honeymoon, right?
We'll give you that time. Anyway, actually, it's very interesting. Last time me and Spanny were talking about age and marriage, and Spanny said there should be a limit on age of getting married. 35 should be the limit for a guy to get married. You should get married before, not after, and for a girl to be 33.
Yeah.
Well, like I told you,
I disagree with him.
I also
but-
disagree with him. I told you
I
that
want to hear that.
there is no age limit on getting married. Marriage, it's all about readiness. If you're ready by 20, go ahead. If you're ready by 50, go ahead.
No, that's
But
too
there
late.
is always consequences.
That's too
Let me
late.
finish my point.
Yeah,
There is always consequences on everything. Either
Mm-hmm.
you get married, you feel ready at young age. When you enter in, you come and find out what you're thinking is not it, and then you divorce, which is not good to divorce.
Yes.
Or you get married at 50, which is very late, but you are ready then. And then maybe you passed away in the next 5-10 years. You live like 10-year kid struggling in this world. It's bad. So I always tell this: every decision has consequences.
Yes.
in
Good or
life.
bad.
But there is no age of getting married. Even by 60, you can get married.
By
Even
6.
by 70.
Even by 7, you can get married.
No, not by
Bill Gates
6.
today divorced.
60.
How old is
Oh,
Bill Gates?
60.
He divorced today with the, but they're gonna get remarried. Hopefully, I don't know, but maybe not. They're already old. There is no age for marriage.
No, there is. I think in Bill Gates thing, those are more money and all this thing. We tend to see that with all the wealthier people. But back to the age thing. The reason why I say I put the cap on 35 for men and 33 the latest for women, like, because a normal healthy person, like, let's go that way, okay, a normal healthy person, like, we talk about your age. As you are getting older, there's also a lot of things you're going to stop doing as you are getting
Like
older.
what?
Like what?
Yeah.
The same energy you have today as a
Wait,
you know, okay,
you
like
say,
what?
You
Like,
wanna mean sexual energy?
you won't have the same you
And
don't have the
also
same
work.
Is
That's
powerful.
marriage only about sex?
No, but it is good when we start early, when we still have the energy, the force. As
Only
we
for sex, right?
yes,
So
as we
that's the only point that you're
no, there's more, but that is more brother, or one of the
Core.
one of the core that lead to divorce. It is sex, the lack of attention, and all these things. So tell me, at 50 years, you're going to get married. What power do you have compared to?
What is attention? Attention is feelings. Attention is.
But
is
you know,
You have to also be able
but
to
you know-
satisfy your wife.
but-
If you cannot
but
meet
you know,
her,
But there's
scientifically
some
though.
people who are strong at 60, 70.
Oh yeah, and
because
they're getting married.
Yeah, because they have Viagra and they have all these things. You don't want to do that.
But you
I
know,
disagree with you, Papa.
You don't want to do that.
but
Okay.
hey,
But let me say, let me make something here.
Okay.
Papa Spani and Uncle T. We should not be thinking of marriage just for sex. Marriage, it's a lot. I'm not
Yes.
married yet. I'm getting. Actually, you guys are the one to tell me because you guys are already there.
no, tell us,
No.
man, tell us. Maybe we're
but-
doing it wrong.
No, but marriage, we should not just think like, oh, because I'm old, I cannot have sex. We have so many young guys, young kids who have sexual problems. We have people who have premature ejaculation and all of that stuff at a young age. What should you tell me? They should not get married because of their problem.
Oh.
You know, because of their problem. No. So I don't agree with you that just because of being older you don't have the energy. My friend, there's people who are 60. I come from Congo. You know the people who the
Lift?
Kokoteni, those people who take Kokoteni, you know?
The one that lift?
No,
they don't
the
lift,
push.
They push stuff.
Oh, the
you know?
push,
Yeah,
yeah.
They push
Like it's
luggages
behind,
stuff.
and then they
Yeah.
push it like
Yeah.
You need to look a picture of that and show them on YouTube. Those people are like 60 age, but they're strong.
Mm-hmm.
And a man who's like 20, 25 can't do that.
True. Well, not true to that. Okay. I think some of those people they're on steroid and all these things. They get those extra power.
Where
Okay.
did they get it in Congo?
Oh yeah, you can ship anything anywhere right now. Okay, there's all this Uncle Ro, Boma Mama,
But
all these things.
Are you trying
it's
to
out there?
Are you trying to tell me Caleb in the Bible had steroid because he was 80 and he fought off?
There was a lot of tree that God said eat all this tree, but don't eat this one. So, let's talk about more what it's affecting our community more, because the reason why I said that, because to avoid this young woman wanting old men for their money, is I don't think a young person 20s early being with 50-60% is not for sexual satisfaction. No, that's for money, gold digger right away.
Funny, let me say something here. Also, let me just say something. In marriage as well, there's so many ways of sex in marriage. It's just not like the missionary way of doing it. You can still satisfy your wife without
In different ways.
without even penetrating.
Yes.
So if you're making a point of sex, there's different ways of sex that you can still satisfy your wife, even if you're old enough, if you just know and you're open-minded. and just do things the right way.
I'm not saying that sex sex is the base of marriage, but sex also it is one of the important element of marriage, because you have to be able to satisfy your partner.
Give me 3 reasons about like your age limit. Like let me call it Spanish wedding advice, or let me call maybe Spanish wedding rules. Yeah?
Spanish rule. Okay, let's
Spanish
go.
wedding
Look,
rules.
me, I
Give
have
me
give
3
up on
reasons.
that topic. I disagree with
One.
last time, so go ahead.
Okay, three. Okay, we don't want we don't want you to be old and have bunches of little babies that you cannot be there to take care of them. Okay. 2, we don't want you to be able that you cannot physically protect and take care of your wife. Okay. 3, you are just irresponsible, man.
Responsible.
Irresponsible because
By married
bec-
at 35?
after that, because you're running away of your man's responsibility.
So that do you mean that the man's responsibility starts when you're young?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
So you're not a man when you're 35?
Without a family,
You're not a man?
you are not.
Tell me, so meaning Paul is not a man in the Bible, right? Because he was not married.
He never married.
Being who?
Paul, he was not a man? Jesus Christ was 33.
Yeah, but they killed him earlier before he even let his eyes on the woman.
To me, and I'll be frank,
Oh,
there is no...
hold on. Let me ask you this. Why are you getting married at 27 anyway?
Because I'm ready. Like I said before.
Oh, you are ready.
Because I said before, marriage is all about readiness. If you're ready at 30, go for it. If you're ready at 20, go for it. There's a
20
friend of
years
mine,
from now, how old is going to be your first kid?
Maybe probably 20 years from now, maybe 15, 17, I don't know.
15, 17.
Hey guys.
The reason why, back to this, the reason why I said that there has to be that age limit for, especially within our African culture. Okay, within our African culture. I know America, there's a lot of things going on. People can have different type of reason and all these things, but if you have to remain in our African culture, I feel like there is that age where if you tell me that you are 35, 36, 37, you still live with your parents and all these things, to me, you are...
I think what you need to say is recommend, but not put it as a rule. Like me, I encourage
Spanish
people.
rule. And I recommend people to follow my
the
rule.
nickname I have for him?
What is that?
Dictator.
Dictator. Mobutu?
Yeah.
Mobutu Sese Seko. Anyways,
So, but no, I don't think there should be an age limit, because marriage is not something to joke with. And I know.
Well, hold on, Uncle T. Since you said there's no age limit, I think there has to be an age limit. Because now, I'm going to give you guys a clear example. Okay? President Macron, the French president, and his wife. Macron, he has the age of his Macron's and the wife's first son.
Spani, are they not happy?
Just
answer a simple question.
What happiness is there? What happiness is there?
How do you know that?
What happiness is there?
Yeah,
The woman has 7 kids or 5 kids, and your first at the same
Are they
age.
not happy?
I don't think so.
President Macron, if you're watching us, are you not happy?
Did you watch the World Cup, right?
Yes.
The World Cup. Did you see the energy with the Croatia's president between? You saw that?
No, Spanish.
You saw that?
I still
You saw the vibe. Wait.
I
And you see Macron's wife? She was mad.
But
Because
that
young age,
does
there's
not
that
have to do anything with
connection.
marriage. The marriage is all
it
about
should be-
happiness. It's all about what you guys want to do in your life.
There's that a natural connection. You know,
That's what Macron has with.
no, he was
with the
lacking
wife.
that.
The wife.
He was lacking that because you watched the World Cup. You saw how he was acting, how the both was acting. We all
But
saw
no,
that.
I know. I still don't think you have given us a really
concrete
reason
reason.
why. Because Spani, we've seen
Uncle T.
responsible 30 plus years
Uncle T.
old.
The reason why I said there has to be an age, because in our African community, in our African culture, okay, Macron's wife, that's his mother.
No, even in their culture.
That's his
what
matter.
I'm saying, you mentioned something about being responsible for your kids. So it's okay for me to get married and abandon my kids at the age I'm not ready for. I can still abandon my kids with that age.
You still are responsible because it's a full package. It's like a full coverage.
But
Okay.
I don't think marriage should be anything to be forced in.
No, we are not forcing you to.
No, you're telling them at 35 you should be
shouldn't get
married.
At 35, if you are not, you are irresponsible. you are not right.
Well,
No,
I would
let me
just
look
say-
at this. At 35, if you have not been married yet, you are irresponsible. And if you have been married before that and you got out of that, you are also irresponsible.
And let me say something to the camera here. If you're
Yeah, right.
35 and you're not married, don't feel any pressure.
And that's coming from the man of God, though.
Don't feel any pressure. Wait until you're ready. Don't jump into something. Don't jump into something
Mm-hmm.
and you're not ready. You have, first of all, to be ready because it is a responsibility. It is a responsibility to take.
Okay.
So don't feel pressured. Do it at the right time. Even if you're a woman who's 33, don't feel pressured. Go. God's time is the best. But
God-
like for me, I always encourage people to get married at a young age just to enjoy their life together.
Just-
That's what I
just-
encourage, but I
just
don't
be-
like force.
Eve, Emmanuel, let me ask you this. Before, I need just to clarify the ear. Are you a liberal or you are conservative?
I'm here in America. I don't know anything about politics of America, so I am.
Emma, it's okay.
It's okay.
Like for me, you'll see me. I went to the protest for George Floyd. I was in the street.
Mm.
It was more of a Democrat protest. I was there
Mm.
when there's. I follow what is right. That's what I say.
Follow what's right.
What is right to who?
to
you?
the people, not just to me, but to the I don't look first at my own interests, but to the people, like in general,
So when are we gonna take over some of these African countries?
to take them over.
Yeah, since you're not putting your interests
Well,
before anybody else, right?
it comes back to what we said initially. We have to go back home. We have to think of where we come from. If you're gonna take over, you have to be there. I have a friend of mine. He lives in Denver. I don't want to say his name. He wanted to be president of Congo, so he went to Congo to.
He's still alive?
Yeah, he's here. He lives here. Yeah, and I can even say his name is called Emmanuel Way. So he's a very good person. He went to Congo to deposit his candidacy for president, but the electoral body refused because he hasn't lived in Congo for at least a year.
Yeah.
You have to be physically there for a year to qualify to run for president's office. So we have to go back home.
For me, also in our country, you can't have dual citizenship.
Same as Congo so far now.
Mm.
You can't have dual citizenship. You're a Congolese.
But her
Or-
Felix is also has a Belgium
So he had
citizenship,
to renounce that.
but he has not.
And that's what we are not following our own constitution. We are not following our own rules, which is too bad, And that's when even a country not developing because we put rules and we don't follow them.
Mm-hmm.
It's like even as Christians, we have a Bible that tells us to do this, but we want to do things that the Bible doesn't tell us. And we try to justify ourselves. It's modern stuff. No.
Mm-hmm.
If you are Christians, let's follow the Bible.
Yeah.
If you're a
Okay.
country, let's follow the country's rule.
Mm-hmm.
If you come to this country, follow this country's rule.
So in everything we mentioned, which one should come first? Christian, our culture, our country, which one should come first before anything else?
Are you asking Spani or me?
All of you guys.
Spani, can you go ahead?
Well,
For me, I would say Christian
Same
come.
as me, Christian.
I would say Christianity is first because we are God's people on this earth,
Okay, so-
regardless of where we are or where we came from. But when we go more,
The bat.
when we now stop differencing ourselves because we have culture and also American also have their culture. It is good to pick what's good and use it for an advantage of bettering ourselves and all these things. It is also good to look deep in our culture to say there are certain things that are not working that need to be changed. We don't need to keep up carrying this over to the next generation. So there's all those things, and there's also a lot of things within Christianity that are not also right, and some of those things needs to be changed. Like
Well, in Christianity,
In Christianity, no, I think
that is
he's
not right.
no.
there's some things that are
No,
not
it's
right.
it's the Christians
Is
that are
the-
corrupt, not Christianity itself.
Like
There
the
is
things that
nothing
they don't
wrong-
want young people to get involved where the money
There
is.
is nothing wrong with Christianity. We just tend to.
Well, we have bad people.
we Christians are the one corrupt.
Yeah.
And do you know why? Because of
you-
this stupid religion. And that's why I say this. Religion was brought by human to divide us.
Hmm.
When Christ came here, he left no religion. He said, follow me.
Yeah.
Follow me, Christians, follow me. But when we human, because of our own interests,
Mm-hmm.
started creating religion, that's when the division started, and that's when the culture, there's this culture for Orthodox, culture for Lutheran, culture for Catholics, culture for Protestant, and that it was brought by men to divide us. That's why we need to come back together and say, hey,
Christian
we
first.
need to be Christian first. The core of us is Jesus Christ.
Thank you, Emma. That's another one. 100%. I'm behind you.
He agrees with me.
I don't get this.
No.
Seems like
100%.
Uncle T.
I disagree 100% with religion
Okay.
and what religion has
Religion,
done.
doctrine.
What it has, organizations,
Okay.
what it has done to all of us.
Yes.
Like Emma said, Jesus Christ said, follow me, which means the relationship with him.
Yeah.
Now, the church you attend, now your great-grandfather religion, all those things. I agree 100%.
Mm. This is
That's the second agreement here.
But
no disagreement yet. So
No, actually, I feel like me and Emma, when it comes to Christianity, we agree. But when it comes to most other things,
and that's
like
me.
what you guys don't agree. Okay, maybe.
Nah, we the time is up. You were about to say something.
No, I don't
You want us to fight?
I don't have anything to say. It's just to say we should not. And that's why when I'm at work, are you religious? I said, no, I'm not religious. I'm a Christian.
Yep.
Are you religious? No, I'm a Christian, because people just think when they think of religion, and that's even why we don't even have young people going to church, because they think of religion.
Yeah.
But we should view it on another angle, like it's first Christianity, it's first Christ.
So,
It's not
since you
our-
mentioned that, what message do you have for the pastors who are watching?
Yeah, it's not about Christianity. It's not about religion or the church I go to. It's about Christ, because at the end of the day, God is gonna judge us. He won't judge our religion. He won't judge our pastors.
Thank you.
Well, I still not completely 100% satisfied
No,
with everything as he unfold, and he's here. I think before we started, we mentioned some topic, and I think maybe the next 10 minutes, I wanted to ask him about the bride price thingy. I want him on the record, Uncle T.
Okay, go ahead.
So, did you pay a bride price or not?
Yes, I did.
You did.
I did not pay. Let me say something. I did not pay a bride price.
Oh, what
I
did you
gave a gift to my family-in-law.
It's still be paying.
No, it's not paying.
No. I think you pay.
My wife to be. I don't have any money that can. I cannot even value her. I can't value. I mean, even if they gave me millions, she's not. She's valued.
She's more than that.
She's more than that.
I agree.
So she's like, I don't know, man.
So what
Super
about
hard
some
feeling.
of us evangelists? What about some of us that refuse to do that?
That you choose
To
to
pay? You see, you say pay.
No,
Pay the bride price.
You guys.
When it comes to him, he give. When it's
No,
the other
you
people,
guys,
they pay.
you guys are taking it in the wrong sense.
Okay,
and that's
tell
what
us.
I think we need to change. Even maybe the name of it. We should change from bride price. And I'm so thankful it's not even in the dictionary, because we should go back to a dictionary and see what is it, you know? It's just a gift, a thank you gift, because my friend, you cannot pay a bride. You cannot pay a bride. Your bride is not a merchandise. Your bride is not a commodity that you can purchase in a store.
Okay.
Are you saying
Even in King Supers, when you go there in Walmart, you don't.
I have a question.
Yes, sir.
Sorry to cut you off. But Emma, let's say you bring me a gift. Do I have a say in that?
A gift is a gift.
No,
Thank you.
Yeah. And that's what I need to say, like, to our parents who are here. And I've spoken to each much. A gift is a gift. We should not try to, this is where I'm going to benefit. This is where I'm going to start a project. This is where I'm going to build a new house or down payment to my daughter's wife. It should be, you should think of the life of your son and daughter, where they're going to be. If someone pays 15, if someone pays 20, and that's the gift they have for you, take it. If that's the gift they have to you, take it.
What if
If
somebody?
someone doesn't have anything, 1,000, and they love each other, what we need is your blessing. We just need parents' blessing, and that's where that's even where marriage is. Marriage is not in church. You know that?
No.
Marriage is not in the court.
It's family.
Marriage is the family. Once the family blesses you, boom, you're automatically married because you have the permission for their family. Like right now, my fiance is here.
So is your wife
allowed? Yeah, she's my wife. I can call her my wife because she's.
You have to.
Wife.
No,
she is your wife.
She is.
But we should remove that mentality of bride price of my daughter, she's educated, she has this degree, she's gonna go there and work. Is she gonna be a slave in your house? No. Is she parents bazazi wetu tafadhali sana tuchukue watoto wetu kama vile watoto. Mtu kuja kukuoea ndani uchukue kama vile mtoto wako pia. Hapana kumumba pesa mingi Mackenzie mile no, kama hana yoyote mpatie zenye iko nazo mchukue. That's the point. We need just to accept the gift they have. But also one thing as well, we as men, we should to kind of look what our women value. We should not just take them for the sake of taking them. We should,
of course,
the moment you love someone, my friend, you will do anything.
Of course,
anything you can.
Of course,
for that person.
But not to pay for bride price.
Does not end. Let me tell you one thing. The bride price does not end. Tomorrow your family is going to be sick.
Some people, the bride price end right then and there.
And that's the problem that we're doing in Africa, because right now in the community, we charge a lot of money. Then after that, never give me a call. But back home, now I can hear myself. That's good. I didn't hear. But back home, when I can hear you now. But back home, the bride price never ends. It is a continuous thing. It is.
No, it can't end, and that's why.
And I think the reason why here I disagree with the whole bride price ideology.
Don't call it bride price. Let's look for a word that will fit.
Gift.
Yes, because
gift, appreciation. I don't like
appreciation. I don't like when you put a price on a bride. She's more than she's not a commodity.
But that is why we have to call it what it is. Because if it's gift, I don't think we will be talking about this, because they're obligating that. It has become a requirement this day. Any wedding or any wedding event you attend to, the main topic of the wedding conversation, how much did they pay? Bride price. The father-in-law was really tough on the guy. They didn't want this. They sent them away. This person, even got close to take away their life because bride price was rejected. All those things.
Those are wrong. And that needs to be changed. But also, and maybe this is going to be tough.
No, go ahead.
It is our culture.
The gift part, not
gift,
the bride price.
Not the bride price.
It is our culture, but then
the gift.
Like you said, we need to revise the culture, because even when we came to America, we have lost our culture.
Yes.
Like my bride price. There's a song that sings. Even it's sung in my culture. I'm a fulero. I'm from Uvira. The bride price is 3 cows, 2 cows. Male, actually, no, 2 female, I guess, and 2 male and 1 female. If I'm not wrong, 3 cows. That's the culture.
No more, no less.
No more, no less. I mean, you can bring more if you want. If you want. But
okay.
But less, no less. But how much is that? It's like only like back home a cow is like $200.
No, $500.
No, okay, back then it's like in my village like $300. Okay. With $1,000 you have a wife. But now when you're coming to America or Europe or Australia, we are forgetting our culture. We are forgetting our identity. It comes back to that. If we kept our identity, if we kept our culture, we couldn't be talking about bride price 15,000.
So anything becomes bad when people becomes greedy.
Yes.
When people put their self-interest in the front because the parents are the one doing this.
And do you know how it's happening? It's because it's like, oh, his daughter got married 15.
Competition.
My daughter 10. No, his daughter got, and even girls themselves. Girls, you need to change this. Even us young people, we have to take responsibility. Girls should be able to tell their parents, "No, dad, you cannot.
That's too much.
I'm not competing with so and so daughter. I am myself."
In most culture, because in most culture, the daughter have nothing to say what goes into those conversations.
And that's what we need to change. because we have to involve everyone in the matter. Like me, I'll be honest. Like whenever I was talking to my father-in-law, he's like, I need my mother-in-law here. My mother-in-law was in every conversation. I was like, I don't want to talk anything without my mother-in-law because she is also part of the family.
Emma, that's another a third agreement.
just let me say this, guys. You guys are watching this. Don't hold anything against him because he said something that you did not appreciate or you did not like, and you don't take this as a reason why not to show up when he gave you the invitation to his wedding.
It is Nuki.
It's supposed to stink,
right?
Yes. This.
Anyway, no. We can continue this all night.
No,
but
I was maybe trying to close. I think
No, you guys should do part 2. Emma, we hope you can make it next time.
Nah, we can.
God
No, right now.
No. After,
because
after
not this
too.
week.
God willing.
Because this week he's gonna feel all the burden is gonna come down.
He'll be fine. One thing I'll tell you is worth it.
Thanks. We are all here for the community, and
let me ask you this question. I'm looking at you. You look good.
I don't know. People tell me that I've already reduced weight.
No, you look good.
Reducing weight is good.
Yeah.
You look good. What is the secret? How did you manage to stay this good when most people we tend to see by the time they're wearing there, you feel like an escalator wearing a suit.
The suit don't fit
anymore. The suit don't fit anymore.
If I can give maybe another advice, is just prepare in advance.
Mm.
When you prepare in advance, you won't be stressed when everything is near. You become stressful when you didn't prepare anything. And
is it money or
mentally?
Be ready mentally, be ready also financially, because everything is going to cost money.
True.
And just be ready also spiritually. Because if you're not ready in that aspect, it will reach a point whereby at the end, that's where I'll share this with and I've shared it maybe with one of our friends. We spent a year praying for a wedding with my fiancé every single Saturday. And we invited even some of our friends to join us in few our prayers. The thing is, my friend, we can't do it alone.
You cannot.
We can't do it alone. It's not about money. It's not about being power. It's not about the people you have. You have to have God in your preparation. And I just said that it's God. If I'm healthy, if I'm not stressed, it's God. Of course, I'm stressed. I'll be honest, I'm stressed. Like, there's a few little stress that you can have, or these details, but I won't call it like I'm really stressed because of the wedding. But you have to have someone who's holding your back.
Yes,
and that someone is on your knees. Prayer.
Good to know that. And
Thank you.
And you guys are watching.
Spani, I know you're enjoying this. You want to continue, but
I want to.
That's the fourth one, yes.
I want to, So I think Evangelist gave his closing point.
That was perfect. We should close with that one. Well, I don't think we should even put this in the video. That one should close.
No, it's not. Well, I think okay.
No, you have a last thing you want to say?
No, I'm going to leave the Evangelist have the last word on that, because if I have to add, then I'm going to give it back to him.
Remember, we hear every Monday. He won't be here.
Thank you.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for giving your time, and, best of luck in this special days coming. Yes. We will be there, and, and we will be ready also to criticize you, just how it goes.
Well, that's life. It's gonna happen. But thanks for having me. You guys are doing a great work for the community.
Thank you.
Just keep pushing, and it's gonna be great. People are hearing, and people are watching, and parents are commenting, and they want to meet you guys here. So, but they are hearing you. So keep. That's the voice of we want this voice in the American community, in the Congolese, Burundian, in our African community in general. We want to talk about those things that we cannot talk in our families.
Yes,
those things that we cannot tell our parents face to face because they'll think we are not
respectful.
Please, let's talk about this, because we are the next parents.
Yes.
So they're getting older. We are the next parents. So if you don't talk about it, we're going to continue the same way. So we need to talk about it and change things.
Thank you, Emma. Thank you.
Yeah.
That's a fifth agreement.
Thank you.
All right.
I still think there's more.